This is going to be a brief video providing an overview of economic policy instruments. So we've seen in a previous video that governments have several macroeconomic objectives, be that achieving economic growth, low and stable inflation, full employment, etc. Well, this video is going to lay the foundations for coming videos which look at how the government can enforce policy to achieve these macroeconomic objectives. And so you can split these policy instruments into two main types, and these are demand-side policies and supply-side policies. Demand-side policies can be broken down further into two different types, fiscal policy and monetary policy. So fiscal policy refers to the use of taxes, government spending, and government borrowing to achieve macroeconomic objectives, whereas monetary policy refers to the manipulation of the interest rate, money supply, and in some countries the exchange rate to maintain price stability and meet inflation targets. So the reason why these policies are called demand-side policies is that they affect aggregate demand in the economy to achieve these macroeconomic objectives. In a different video, I'm going to go through aggregate demand and aggregate supply, so don't worry about that. We also have supply-side policies. So rather than demand-side policies which affect aggregate demand in the economy, supply-side policies affect aggregate supply in an economy. And so these are policies aimed at increasing the productive potential of the economy through different markets, such as factor markets, product markets, and labor markets. And you also tend to have other policies which don't really fit into being either demand or supply side. For example, regulation to achieve macroeconomic objectives, such as protection of the environment. An example of such a policy to achieve the objective of protection of the environment is pollution permits. This has been a really brief introduction, but please look to other videos on this channel to look at fiscal, monetary, and supply-side policies in more detail. For each of these policies, try to determine whether, firstly, they are demand or supply-side policies, and then more specifically, whether they are fiscal policies, monetary policies, or supply-side policies. Thank you very much for listening.